First of all, we'd like to honor the senior members of Northwest Nazarene. Number 3, Jordan Pinson. Come on down, Jordan. Number 4, Lydia Nieto. Number 11, Emma Clark. Number 14, McKenna Castletine. Number 24, Claire Eubanks. And number 30, Ellie Friend. Congratulations, ladies. Next, we'd like to honor the senior members of the St. Martin's Pep Band. First up, we have a trumpet player who plans on becoming an elementary school teacher upon her graduation. Joined by her mom, Kelly, and her dad, Derek, an elementary education major from Aberdeen, Washington, Kelsey Bielik. Next up, we have a trombone player. Upon graduation, he plans on staying at St. Martin's to start the STAR program, where he will receive a certification to become a secondary band teacher. A music major from Lansford, Pennsylvania, Geraldine Castillo. Our final band member is also a trombone player who, upon graduation, plans on pursuing a master's degree. Joined by her mom and dad and her sister Jizzy, a biology major from Lacey, Washington, JC Fabella. One more big round of applause for our band members, St. Martin's Pep Band. Every year, St. Martin's is proud to have student athletes who represent the school well for their hard work both on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. Today, we would like to call attention to those members of the women's basketball team who, in their time at St. Martin's, have dedicated countless hours to honing their individual craft and making those around them better players, and more important, better people. Last year, these seniors made history for the St. Martin's women's basketball team when they achieved the first ever top 25 ranking in school history. We'd like to honor them now for their hard work and dedication at this time. Our first senior has played in a total of 50 games for SMU, including 34 as a starter. As a freshman, she started every game of the season and was first on the team with 46 made threes, second on the team with 66 assists, and fourth on the team with 8.8 points per game. Her career high came on November 23rd when she dropped 25 points against Dixie State. In her career, she has scored 353 points, made 63 threes, grabbed 113 rebounds, and tallied 108 assists. Her post-grad plan included fully rehabbing, continuing to compete, and pursuing a master's. Joined today by her Grand Cutula, Ayla Todas, her grandparents Pat and Sharon Gowdy, and Jean and Marie Sutterlick. Her parents Jean and Kwaza Gowdy Sutterlick, and her beautiful baby August. A political science major and educational studies double major from Toppenish, Washington. Number 13 is Janelle Sutterlick. Everybody squeeze in. Don't worry, everybody's just looking at the baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Janelle Sutherland. Our second senior tonight has appeared in 74 games, including 39 as a starter. Last season, she started in all 24 games and totaled her career high in points with a 15-point outing against Simpson. She grabbed double-digit rebounds 4 times, including 13 in a double-double against Hawaii Pacific last year and 13 against Azusa Pacific this year. In total, she has 301 points, 273 rebounds to her name. Upon graduation, she plans to pursue a master's degree in occupational therapy. Joined in the pavilion today by her parents, Darren and Anna, her siblings, Devin and Allison, her aunts, Carla, Teresa, her grandparents, Dorothy, Denny, Chuck, and Sharon, and her family friends, Bree, Katie, Caitlin, Brittany, and Kylie. An exercise major from Meade, Washington, number 30 is Emily Nelson. Come on out, everybody gather around Emily. She's the star. Come on, don't be shy. Squeeze in. One more huge round of applause for number 13, Janelle Sutherland, and number 30, Emily Nelson. Thank you, ladies, for all your time and effort you put into the classroom and into your community, and especially the St. Martin basketball. We wish you nothing but the best in all your future endeavors. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St. Martin's University. Martin's is given inside the Twin Star Court for tonight's GDAC matchup featuring the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene that come in 11-14, 7-10 in GDAC play versus our own Saints of St. Martin 9-16, 5-12 in GDAC play. Before we meet the players, at this time you rise if you are able, remove your hats, and join us as we honor America with the national anthem played tonight by the St. Martin Pep Band, directed by Mr. Joe Scott. Let's go ahead and meet the starters for the Nighthawks. A 5'5" senior, number 3 is Jordan Pinson. A 5'6" junior, number 11, Emma Clark. A 5'10" sophomore, number 14 is McKenna Castledine. A 5'8" junior, number 20, Cami Kanishka. And a 6'1" junior, number 24, is Claire Eubanks. Mr. Steve Steele in 7 seasons is your head coach, assisted by Stacy Van Dyken and Teo Jordana.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Lacey, Washington. On the campus of St. Martin's University, it's time for GNAC women's basketball. My name is Scott Gladstone. Alongside me is Sean Wally. We're excited to bring you Game 1 and Game 2 of today's doubleheader, starting with the Northwest Nazarene women's team taking on St. Martin's University. We're a little late in our start time here due to Senior Day festivities. 3 pep band members were honored, as well as 2 members of the St. Martin's women's team. Also, all 6 Northwest Nazarene players were honored. And the tip is off. We are underway here into the starting lineup. A little bit of a change from regular, as Emily Nelson was gifted the start. She medically retired midway through this year, but here is her chance to get her 75th appearance, her 40th start as a St. Martin's Saint, and a really good gesture by head coach Christy Martin, as well as the opposing head coach Steve Steele, to allow for Emily Nelson to put on the uniform for one last time.
Special moment indeed, one Emily and her family will never forget.
We are underway now. Pass under the basket, lost briefly by Lauren Morris, but then Shanoa Louie gets it. Sarah Lamette checked in for Emily Nelson there. Here's Shanoa Louie for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to the Nighthawks. Starting lineup for the Nighthawks is Pinson, Clark, Castledine, Kanishka, and Eubanks. On the other side, of course, we mentioned Emily Nelson quickly subbed out for Sarah Lamette, and the other 4 were Galbraith Rios, Shanoa Louie, and Lauren Morris. Drives to the basket, a left-handed layup, missed. Now coming the other way, up ahead to Rios. Rios down the right lane, stops and fires, misses it, gets her board back and puts it up and in for the opening bucket of the contest.
First points on the board for St. Martin's. Hopefully the nerves and cobwebs all gone. Let's play ball.
Yeah, you always wonder how teams react if we're going to get a foul on Kiana Rios. React after that kind of awkward pause that you're not used to, with about 10 minutes to go before scheduled tip-off. Both teams have to kind of sit there. Obviously, the seniors have a lot of emotion. So does the coaching staff and other players that are having their friends recognized for their future graduation, you always wonder how that affects. As that shot is missed, Shanoa Louie was straight up and down on defense. Great defense by her. Angel Galbraith to the bucket, flips it with her offhand and puts it in. It's 4-0 Saints. Nearly intercepted on a backdoor cut under the basket. Now put on the ground, and it's bobbled around before a jump ball will go the way of St. Martin's. Or will go the way of the jump ball, and it will stay with Northwest Nazarene. I mentioned 6 seniors on this Northwest Nazarene side. Honored tonight, gifted flowers by St. Martin's. And then the 2, Janelle Sutterlicht, who has not made an appearance this year, as that's a rejection. Angel Galbraith sent that one back. Sarah Lamette on the other side, off glass and in. It's 6-0 St. Martin's. Timeout by Steve Steele.
Saints couldn't ask for a better start. Active on defense, rewarded on the offensive end. 6-0 Saints.
An emotional start on senior night. Emotions are right now pretty happy on the Saints sideline. We'll be right back after this. Back here, the ball is inbounded. We are underway again at 7:50 in the first quarter. Head coach Steve Steele in his 7th season calling a timeout. He was an incoming coach at the same time as head coach Christy Martin. She's also in her 7th season as head coach of the Saints. This is the final game for both squads here in the 22-23 season. Nice pass, but a missed layup. Rebound, Shanoa Louie. Little weave there from Galbraith. She tries to loop it up and in, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Northwest Nazarene's Eubanks. Pass out to Eubanks, and Eubanks nails the three-pointer. Northwest Nazarene is going to be in a press here as Galbraith tries to get it open, but she was held, and that is the help that was coming as Kanishka kind of bailed her out there by putting a little bit too much contact on her. And now Kiana Reyes will come back and be a teammate that'll help her. Inbound to Rios. She looks to take it down herself. And we'll give it to Morris, who will now take it the rest of the way, pull up, and hit. Lauren Morris coming off a 14.5 rebound game against Central Washington when the Wildcats hit triple digits on St. Martin's. That's a missed shot before Lauren Morris nearly has her head taken off on the rebound. The three-pointer is up and off back iron from Pinson. Rebound, Morris gets that one clean. And again, she'll just decide to do the work herself and take it up the floor. Off of Shanoa Louie's foot, Morris, probably not the best place to give it to your post.
Little confusion on the Eubanks bucket for Northwest Nazarene. Was it a 3 or a 2? The scoreboard in Marcus Pavilion says 2. Stats Online says 3, and Stats Online are very well intertwined and close to the official scoring. So
Yeah, we'll see.
Looked like a 3 from where we were sitting.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's either 8-2 or 8-3 right now. At some point we'll get that figured out. That's going to be a foul on Pinson as she was hit on the follow-through. 2 shots coming up for the senior out of El Paso, Texas. Checking into the game is the number 30 player, number 30 wearing player, Ellie Friend, another graduating player from Northwest Nazarene, even though she's listed as a junior from Sumner, Washington. Probably has some friends or family in attendance, does Ellie Friend.
Sumner to St. Martin's a lot closer than Northwest Nazarene.
Yeah. I believe on the men's team, I have a roster right here. As a 3-pointer is put in by Kiana Rios. And yeah, Champ Spencer is also from Sumner, Washington on the men's side. So Sumner represented in both games today.
Saints bench wanted a travel right there, did not get it.
Kanishka pulls up in the key, gets it to go home. And the score is now 11-5. We still have a discrepancy from our online stats. Galbraith, nobody's going to stop her there. She'll take it and put it in. She's up to 4 points today. 13-5 is our score. That's a great drive by Kate Clark, who puts it in. As Northwest Nazarene trying to get some sort of full court press trap defense, but it's really not bothering Angel Galbraith that much. As that was nearly an offensive foul on Lauren Morris. Instead, it will not be called a push-off. It'll be a foul on Kanishka. We're going to get a mass load of new jerseys for both sides as Avery Oster and Ryan Clear check in for St. Martin's. They do a little spinorama inbounds play. It goes in to Clear. Shot put up, just out. Rebound goes to Kiana Rios. I thought they were, initially the ref pointed the way of Northwest Nazarene. Thought they were going to call a foul on Rios there, which it definitely was not. Realized he pointed the wrong way, and it was a foul on Northwest Nazarene's Danica Starr. Nice inbounds play in the layup for Lauren Morris. It's 15-7 now.
Great start for the Saints, up 8 early.
Nazarene working it around. Kiana Rios nearly gets the steal, then finds Pinson, but Pinson staggered her feet, and a travel is called on Pinson. A foul called on Nazarene there. Nighthawks come in this season with a record of 11-14. They're 7-10 in the conference, which is just on the outside looking in. They have ensured that they will not be playing at the GNAC Conference Championships up in Bellingham. Neither will St. Martin's University. So this final game here has little to no standings on the GNAC tournament or postseason play. But nonetheless, you're seeing in the early going, both teams playing hard, especially St. Martin's here on senior night and homecoming at Marcus Pavilion. Ryan Clear with the steal. She's got nobody in front of her and will take it, get the ball tipped away from her teammate trying to receive it. So it'll be out of bounds off Northwest Nazarene. Good hustle, I believe, by Jordan Pinson to come and affect that layup. Make sure Ryan Clear couldn't get it easy. As this one's under the basket, Lauren Morris floats it up and in.
Morris having a great first quarter, 6 points so far here in the first.
Kiana Rios with 5, Galbraith with 4. Moved around the perimeter and then hit out of bounds. It will be off of, right now, Jordan Pinson on top of that is arguing for a tip. And they're saying it did not touch a St. Martin Saint. Out of bounds on a bad pass right into the student section. Great job by the student section. They're showing out early here on homecoming. Got to see a handful of these same students that were over at the Hall of Fame, Hall of Honor ceremony that we had over in the Charneski Rec Center, honoring the 2013 GNAC champion softball team for St. Martin's University, as well as longtime supporters of the Saints, especially the men's and women's basketball program, Mike and Jeannie Dahl, who you can see in your shot there sitting just a few rows up behind the Saints bench. 19-7 is our score, 12-point lead. Ryan Clear with it. Passes to Oster. Oster puts it on the ground, turns to Galbraith. Galbraith looking for space. She creates some with some contact, flips it up, can't get it to go home. Rebound goes to Eubanks, who passes to Kinchla. Now Pinson with it. Pinson into a double team, but a great pass that finds number 1 Danica Starr, but then swatted away by a Saint out of bounds. I don't think it'll go down as a block because it was before the full shooting motion was happening, but surely saving a decent look at the basket was, I believe, Kiana Rios there.
You probably hear the roar of the student section just below us, enjoying that block.
Nearly stolen from Kanishka. Now worked around. Kate Clark with it. She pulls up, passes to Emma Clark, and now down under to Starr, who misses the shot, but it will be an offensive rebound thanks to Emma Clark. Starr with it now, then passed up to Kanishka. Kanishka with 10 on the shot clock now. Puts it up. Basically plays a game of 500 with her teammate Eubanks there. Couldn't get up and get it, but she was fouled from behind. Ryan Clear called with the foul. Her first, team third. Inbounds play coming under the basket for Northwest Nazarene. Wide open look from three-point land. Too strong. Offensive rebound, Eubanks. Guarded by Morris. Left-handed off glass. Great play by Eubanks to get the second chance points. Again, the press does not work from Steve Steele's Northwest Nazarene squad. Ranger Galbraith now to Clear. Clear. Looking down under is Lauren Morris. Oster spins and flicks, can't get it to go. And then on the rebound, she's going to run over the back of Claire Eubanks for the fourth foul of this first quarter committed by St. Martin's.
Almost nearly back-to-back great spins on each end of the floor, but Oster unable to convert. But she made sure she got the foul.
Starr with it. Now working it around. Kanishka looking under the basket to Starr, who misses the shot. Offensive rebound, then thrown away by Emma Clark. This is a nice pass by Clear, and then the Euro step, but a little too much step in as it's a travel on Lauren Morris, who tried to add something that we have not seen her do, and for good reason, because it's a turnover.
We calling that 2.5 or 3 steps?
I mean, she would have taken 5 or 6. She would have walked all the way to Europe on the Euro step.
Lamette returns for St. Martin's.
She'll guard Eubanks in the man-to-man defense being played by St. Martin's University. Eubanks going to take her out to the three-point line. Lamette guarding her close with no fouls to give. Either side commits a foul, and it will be players on the free throw line. Three-pointer in and out. Northwest Nazarene cannot get this basket to forgive them today. They've had a ton of shots that have not fallen well. Keely Jade Smith from downtown.
Fundamentally sound shot. Looked great when she let it go. Bingo.
Fourth assist from Angel Galbraith, who's got 4 and 4 in this first quarter. Put her on double-double watch already, as that one is missed, but the offensive board from Emma Clark will result in a foul and 2 shots at the line.
22-9, uncharted territory for St. Martin's. having an extremely offensive first quarter.
Yeah, this is coming out here, and you know, I will always say that I think there is some sort of magic on senior day. I've seen major upsets. I've seen, you know, teams that have looked dormant all year play phenomenally on senior day. I think there's something about it that just success is in the air, and not just the seniors playing with emotion, but everybody comes out and wants to win and wants to perform well for their seniors. So there's always something about that. You mix that in with homecoming and everything else going on, it surely has been a great first quarter from the Saints, currently doubling up Northwest Nazarene. Oh, that was a ill-advised pass stolen by Eubanks, then a foul committed as Ryan Clear nearly got a nice block, but she did have some contact, so 2 shots will be coming from Eubanks.
Ryan Clear made Eubanks pay, this senior out of Pasco, Washington. The steal ran across half court. Couldn't get the layup to go. She'll get 2 shots.
First shot is up and good. 78% free throw shooter is Claire Eubanks on the season. Leader in points per game. Just a fraction of an average above Jordan Pinson, her teammate, but she flushes both. In this first quarter, Eubanks now has 7 points. Inbound goes to Sarah Lamette, who will play the point guard position and take it up the floor.
Whoa.
And that's why you don't have your center play point, because sometimes they'll not know that jump stop is probably the best option there. Traveling violation called on Lamette, and now we've seen a couple possessions where the press has worked a little bit for Nazarene.
Everybody thinks they could be the floor general, be the point guard. Shaq's done it. Come on now.
Listen, I get a lot of yells when in pickup ball I start bringing the ball up the floor, so I'm just going off of that experience. Sarah Lamette makes up for it on defense as they can't fire that shot over her. However, the rebound is off of SMU, out of bounds under the basket. Kanishka can't get it to go, but another offensive rebound, and that's really what is keeping Northwest Nazarene into their 6th offensive board of the game. 22-15 here. St. Martin's will hold for the final shot. Pick and roll with Galbraith. Galbraith stutters, drives in, and it's out of bounds off of her. 2.6 for the Nighthawks to do something with it.
St. Martin's only averaging 63 points per game. Well on their way to that.
The heave can't get it to go, does Pinson, and that will do it for our first 10 minutes of action. The St. Martin Saints come out red hot on offense. 8 points from Lauren Morris. We'll be right back for the second quarter of play here from Marcus Pavilion.
Back here in Lacey, Washington, St. Martin's ball after the timeout.
Angel Galbraith will bring it up, 22-15 in that first quarter. St. Martin's will have a foul quickly called on Northwest Nazarene. 22-15 that first quarter. Eubanks led the way for Northwest Nazarene. They had 8 Eubanks had 8 points, and Lauren Morris on the other side also had 8. For head coach Steve Steele, he's going to have a lot of key players to replace after this season. 6 seniors graduating. Almost all of them have seen time in this game. One of them right here will get fouled. That's Emma Clark out of Melba, Idaho, who is going to be shooting 2 shots.
Scott, you mentioned Nighthawks head coach Steve Steele will have key players to replace. That's very, very true, losing a handful of seniors. But this season, uncharted territory for Coach Steele and his Nighthawks. They won 18 games last season, 22 games the year prior. In the 1920 season, they went to the NCAA Regional for the 3rd straight year. So this season, a blip on the radar, a bump Steve Steele not used to.
Yeah, surely for him, 11 and 14 and 6 seniors graduating, including, 5 of the top 6 scorers, I believe, are 4 of the top 5, as Northwest Nazarene will bring the ball back up the court with a 6-point deficit to make up. Missed shot, rebound, Kiana Rios nearly traveled there. Then Angel Galbraith all the way down the court to find Shanoa Louie, who wasn't in a great shot. This is a hook shot put up from the baseline by Sarah Lamette. She missed it.
St. Martin's now scoreless last 2 minutes and change.
Now ball's out of bounds. It will be Northwestern Nazarene ball under the basket. Christy Martin in her 7th season. Last year, this team achieved the first ever school top 25 ranking in program history, as the missed shot will be spilt onto the floor and eventually grabbed by Kanishka. Pinson then to Kanishka for 3. Off back iron. Rebound. Again found by the Nighthawks. Kanishka being guarded by Louie. Gets her turned around. Then a nice flip pass. Lamette all over the Nighthawk under the basket, but then she flips to Castledine, who puts it in. Count it, and the bucket for Castledine.
McKenna Castledine out of Eagle, Idaho. Went up strong, high off the glass. Got fouled, hit the deck hard. She's okay. Nighthawks making a run.
The Eagle High graduate, now Nighthawk, was flying in there, you could say. 8:28 to go in this second quarter. Castledine, the free throw is good. 1 possession game all of a sudden after not too long ago. It was 22-11 in favor of St. Martin's as they were doubling up Northwest Nazarene. 10-0 run right now.
So far in this game, as Claire Eubanks goes, so go the Nighthawks. She's leading by a big charge for NNU, 8 points so far.
22-19 is our score, 8:15 to go in this first half. St. Martin's looking around for it. Keely Jade Smith down to Avery Oster. Oster can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Lauren Morris then guns it out to Kiana Rios, earns the extra possession. Keely Jade Smith now out to Angel Galbraith, who sets her feet. She fires, another miss by St. Martin's, and Lauren Morris can't grab that one cleanly.
Look at how active Lauren Morris is on the board. She's scoring. She's doing anything and everything necessary. 8 points tonight on 3 of 4 shooting. Perfect at the free throw line. Couple of rebounds and an assist.
And NU looking around for option. Kanishka drives, has to change her shot in air. Good box out by Keely Jade Smith, and a good outlet pass to find Kiana Rios.
Saints have not scored since 1:07 left in the first quarter. Hoping to change that right now.
Galbraith looking at Morris. Morris to Rios. Rios sets her feet. Back to Morris. Now it's Galbraith. They're working around. They're not getting any looks. 5 on the shot clock.
5 to shoot.
Missed shot, and it will be a foul on the Nighthawks. Avery Oster will get 2 shots at the line. You mentioned Lauren Morris active on the board. She is one of the players that I've talked with that is really excited when you look at this roster next year. On paper, despite coming off a 5-12 conference record and 9-16 overall record. This squad on paper, in theory, they have the pieces coming back. When you look down the stat sheet, only Emily Nelson was a player that played this season that was honored today. So that means your top 6 scorers are all, in theory, going to be returning to the roster. We'll see how the offseason shakes out, but that is a very good expectation for the St. Martin's women's basketball team. Especially in the contrary to Steve Steele, who have to replace a lot of key places, as we've been talking about. Strong drive, but a little too soft on the layup. Rebound Oster to Morris up the court. Thinking baseball season, I think, too soon.
So many different terms. Field, pitch.
Keely Jade Smith for 3.
Oh,
and
ow.
It's missed, and that's going to be a hard fall to Twin Star Credit Union court. Avery Oster down there, but she's going to shake it off to an applause from the crowd.
You know, this hardwood is not forgiving. I mean, it is called hardwood. Man, that cannot feel good. But thankfully, Avery seems to be all right.
Lauren Morris down low. Off back iron. Rebound Keely Jade Smith. She puts up a shot and gets it to roll through.
7-point lead for St. Martin's. After a dry spell, not scoring since the 107 mark in the first quarter. A couple of free throws and that bucket right there. 6:15 left, first half. And then you driving baseline, the double team by St. Martin's. The turnover, Lauren Morris intercepts the pass, and she is fouled. Morris very active on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, now we'll see Lauren Morris earn 2 free throws as Northwest Nazarene is in the bonus. 6:08 to go here in half number 1. Morris looking to get to double figures on the day with points 9 and 10 if she can convert these next 2 shots. She is an 83% free throw shooter. And the first one is up and good. That one's good as well. Saints up by 9 here, 28-19. The Saints, after allowing a 10-0 run, have now gone on a 6-0 run. 6 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Free throw jumper, missed. Offensive rebound goes to Loy Wade. And she'll set the pick and roll for her point guard, who's being vehemently guarded by Angel Galbraith. That's an offensive foul. Shanoa Louie steps in front and draws it. I don't think her feet were set, but I know that she didn't initiate contact, and that's why that call went against the Nighthawks.
So many times their bang-bang plays around the basket. Louie gets the benefit of the call. Back come the Saints, up 28-19.
Got to her position and took the hit. Fired up as the Saints could have a double-digit lead here with just about halfway through the second quarter. Keely Jade Smith makes an attack towards the bucket, then throws an interception, knocked away by the Nighthawks. They're coming back down the other way. Shot put up, and it rims out. Ball is loose under the bucket. Angel Galbraith and a Nighthawk are down there fighting for it. Jump ball will stay with Northwest Nazarene.
Wow. Scott, NNU shooting only 22%. I'm shocked that they're within 9, only shooting 22%.
10 offensive rebounds, a big part of it. They also have 2 steals to their name, but the Saints have 3.
Get the defense by the Saints.
Good trap in the corner there, but they forgot about Loy Wade, who was slicing down the middle, and the former Havre Blue Pony lays it up and in. Right on the other side, it's Ryan Clear that puts it in.
Running the floor has its advantages. Clear with the bucket.
Avery Oster all over that post pass. And she swipes it away, hands it off to Keely Jade Smith. Smith will bring it down, then give it to Galbraith. Galbraith with 4 points, 4 assists in that first quarter. Hasn't done anything statistically in this second, except for playing all 5 minutes thus far. Smith looking for options. Now it's Galbraith. She'll take a screen, then throw it under. Oster has that one blocked out of bounds. I guess it was clean, and that will be enough for our media timeout here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back at it. It's 30-21, St. Martin's in front. Back here, it's 30-21. St. Martin's in front. 4:23 to go here in quarter number 2. Inbounds play goes to Ryan Clear. There was not much on the shot clock, but it was missed by Clear, but she airballed it. Clear did, but then Oster got it back, and on the tip putback, touched the rim, so the Saints got a new 20. That was a great job by our shot clock operator and the refs to not blow that dead and recognize that Oster got that up and in time. The shot clock winding down again, and Avery Oster saves it, this time for 2 points. Saints up 32-21. Nearly given away. Eubanks busts a move, and the missed shot, another offensive board. Loy Wade gets it before throwing it all the way down the court, and the Saints will get it inbound under their own basket. Kanishka realized no point chasing it with a backcourt violation awaiting her. Angel Galbraith will inbound the ball. She's got 5 assists now. Up to Clear, then to Lauren Morris. Lauren Morris looking for space. She steps forward, steps back, and can't get that one to rim in. Nearly taken away, and it is taken away. Avery Oster and Shanoa Louie combined to do it. Angel Galbraith gets the ball ahead, misses the layup before it's out of bounds off of the Saints.
Little surprise, Galbraith there didn't attempt to feed it to Morris.
Angel Galbraith, always a pass-first player. Well, not always pass-first player. She is the leading scorer on this team. Has dropped 30 twice. As there's a foul on St. Martin's. Lauren Morris called for it. But she does have 138 assists to her name, does Galbraith, alongside of 390 points. (32-21) our score here. The inbounds comes in from Wade to Kanishka. Kanishka takes the pick and roll. Now she's switched on to Lauren Morris guarding her. Back to Kanishka. Tipped pass, but still gets to its intended target. Kanishka still looking for options. She drives the bucket, and a block will be called on Ryan Clear. Clear just caught a piece of her. Her feet were set, but I think the referee said she kind of went out of her way to create some contact. 2 shots coming for Kanishka.
Almost funny how Clear caught the basketball and seemed to turn and look at the other official that didn't make the call. It was either that or she was looking at Coach Christy Martin. Not liking the call, but nonetheless a blocking foul, and there she is talking to an official right now.
She checks out of the game. In the contest right now for SMU, it's Galbraith, Smith, Rios, Oster, and Lauren Morris. Second free throw is made. It's 10-point lead for St. Martin's University. Galbraith will bring it up. 2:45 left in quarter number 2. Galbraith to Oster. Back to Galbraith. A screen before Galbraith fires the 3. Not enough on that one. Good hustle from Lauren Morris to try and keep that one in. But it is out of bounds on the air ball. It's the second air ball I think we've seen from Angel Galbraith. We're just trying to do too much here in half number 1.
Nighthawks would like to close the gap before halftime. Cut it to single digits.
Three-pointer on the way would help. And it goes in, out, and in again. Kate Clark for 3. Lauren Morris will fire it into Keely Jade Smith. He gets it back to Morris, who seems to be fine playing the point guard duty. Such a versatile player Lauren Morris is. The Irvine, California native. One of the top rebounders on this team. Turns around, she can play point guard just as well when she's called onto that duty.
7 to shoot.
Oster the step through, but can't get the left-handed layup to fall for herself. And Nazarene will bring it up the floor. Pass nearly high for Eubanks, but she goes up to get it. Now Eubanks, her chance to show a left-handed layup post move, and it will go in successfully. Just like we saw at the end of the first, NNU going on a little bit of a run here to possibly go into the break with some momentum. Steve Steele and his bench shouting out some directives. Wide open under the basket is Avery Oster, and the reverse layup is flipped up and in with just under a minute to go. Weaving down the court was Pinson. The kick out for 3, and it just doesn't go. A little bit too short, and it bounced and hit long. Saints now a chance to go 2 for 1 with Galbraith driving. Firing cross court to Rios. Rios too short. Offensive board, Avery Oster, and she puts it back in. And there will be just a half-second differential between game and shot on this final possession. Likely Steve Steele will try and tell him to hold for the final shot, as unless it's an air ball, there will be no time for the Saints to do anything after that shot. They will start to do something. Eubanks will fire it off with 10, and she makes the three-pointer. But still not a ton of time. St. Martin's, 5 seconds. Galbraith weaving down. Keely Jade Smith at the buzzer. Got it to go! Keely Jade Smith from Angel Galbraith at the first half horn. Sean, sometimes clock management is big. You love the 3 by Eubanks, but you give enough time for St. Martin's to hit you right at the end and on their home floor go into the locker room with just about as much momentum as you can have.
I mentioned when the Nighthawks down 10, they wanted to get it to single digits. They had it within 6. That 3 right there by St. Martin's puts it back to 9. All smiles for the Saints.
Lauren Morris leads the way for St. Martin's with 10 points. Oster and Smith right behind with 8 apiece, and it's Eubanks on the other side that is carrying the bulk of the load with 13, nearly half the points for NNU. Sean and I will take a quick break. We'll be right back to bring you the second half. Stick around. Feel free to watch the homecoming court presentation here at halftime. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back at it in just a few moments. It's 39-30. St. Martin's leads at the half.
Logo that will be facing the student section. The nominees for this year's homecoming royalty are Cheryl Aguilar-Marenga, Daisy Miranda, Dylan Roca, Esme Brazia Rodero. Ria Herradura. And Shamari Lee. And after our final round of voting, this year's homecoming winners are Daisy Miranda and Jaskaren Dye. Congratulations and thank you to all of our nominees for representing our school with pride and excellence. They get the privilege of having the t-shirt cannon. Be careful, it will pretty dry out.
Back here inside Marcus Pavilion, Sean Wally with Scott Gladstone as we get set for third quarter action. After 20 minutes of play, 39-30, St. Martin's in the lead. And Scott, this is kind of how a final game of the season should go. Everybody loose, having a great time, and go all out.
Yeah, and the St. Martin's men's basketball team as well just received great news. Alaska Anchorage has dropped their final, or has won their final game over Montana State Billings. That means the men's team in game number 2 of this doubleheader, they'll be playing for a outright conference championship game. So fans, watch second half here, but make sure to tune into that one because a GNAC regular season title is on the line for the St. Martin's men's team.
As much as we want you to watch on YouTube, if you're within driving distance, come on down. You can warm up with the Saints, appetizers, beverages, have a good time. You know it's going to be packed for the men's game tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Big stakes. And feel free to just say hi to us in person. I was lucky enough after the game on, as we have a turnover to open up the second half, after the game on Thursday, Hunter Sipes' grandpa, who usually watches these games, he was here for Thursday's game and tonight's game, came up and complimented the broadcast, and we hope all the family, friends, whoever, whether you're for Northwest Nazarene or St. Martin's, you're enjoying the broadcast and getting a chance to see, the people you love play ball. That ball is put in by Northwest Nazarene to open the scoring in half number 2.
We even got a moment with Nighthawks head coach Steve Steele earlier, and he had some kind words.
Yeah, Steve Steele. As Keanu Rios hits a 3 there, he's one of the best coaches in this conference, as you can tell, and I'm sure he's heard his fair amount of commentary and heard the fair amount of streams, so it was nice of him to take some time out of his pregame to come up and compliment our broadcast and just trying to put a good show on for all you watching across the country, maybe even across the world, as we do have an international player on the St. Martin's women's team, Laia Curious from Spain. Angel Galbraith for 3. Hits off the front of the rim. I don't know who that is. Keanu Rios down there battling for it? No, it's Shanoa Louie that was on the ground. And it'll be a jump ball that will go the way of the Nighthawks. One of the international players on the St. Martin's men's side will be honored in that men's game. Veljko Ilic, the Serbian big, will be one of 3 seniors honored, as Hunter Sipe and Brandon Bunn also will be honored in that pregame ceremony. Layup put up and in by Northwest Nazarene. They're within 6 as we do see a Nighthawk down. St. Martin's not stopping play. Shot put up and a foul will be called on Lauren Morris, and we will stop play. It's McKenna Castledine down. She was honored pregame as one of the seniors, the redshirt sophomore listed on the roster out of Eagle, Idaho.
Definitely not how you want to end your college career, so hopefully just a cramp. She was able to walk off under her own power, and hopefully she'll be all right and get some attention from the Nighthawk training staff and come on back.
And one from Eubanks. Claire Eubanks had a phenomenal first half, 13 points in that frame, and she continues it now where she is at 21, I believe. She scored all the points this half for Northwest Nazarene. Actually, that was 20. Northwest Nazarene within a possession as Keely Jade Smith will take it. Hands to Galbraith, back to Keely Jade Smith. She made a couple big shots, a foul called on number 11, Emma Clark. Student section nearly packed here, crowd filling out as the St. Martin's women's team tries to finish their 22-23 season on a high note. Keanu Rios with it. Rios takes a step, fires it, missed the shot, but it is off of Shanoa Louie on the rebound. Nearly had herself a nice offensive board in a nice position, but couldn't grab it cleanly. And now Nazarene will have a chance to tie this contest coming down the floor. Over to Kanishka. Now it's Eubanks. No answer for Eubanks as she puts it in yet again.
An impressive third quarter out the gate from Steve Steele and his Nighthawks. They are within one as we have a timeout on the floor.
Eubanks, a free throw coming to possibly tie this game. She's got 24 going on 25. We'll be right back on the Saints Digital Network. Back here, the score is 42-41 right now. St. Martin's is barely ahead, but a free throw pending for Claire Eubanks, who is on 24 points right now, 11 of those in half number 2. Make it 12 as we are tied at 42 apiece. The full court press is back on as Lauren Morris nearly took all 5 seconds there.
Eubanks, the one lady wrecking ball, 24 points. Everybody else, not even close. 5 points, the closest teammate.
That's Clark with 5. Ball down low to Lamette. She nearly hooked there, but it goes uncalled, and she gets the layup off glass. Back in front is SMU quickly down the floor and laid up Emma Clark.
Nighthawks look like a different team.
Yeah, they have come out in this second half 14-5. Again, tries to put it in to Sarah Lamette, but it's partially blocked and out off of Northwest Nazarene. Lauren Morris didn't get the message. She nearly put it out off herself trying to save it. I love the way Lauren Morris plays. Flying all over the floor. You mentioned it in that first half. Up to Lamette. Free throw jumper. Misses. Rebound Nazarene. Out of bounds. It'll be St. Martin's ball. Head coach Steve Steele lobbying for something different. Not going to get that. As the inbound will put into Keely Jade Smith. Lauren Morris will bring it up. Clearly, Nazarene has a point of emphasis to make in terms of not letting Angel Galbraith bring the ball up the floor. Ryan Clear with it. She was fouled on the ground. 44 all here with 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Foul was on Jordan Pinson, her first, team second. Inbound goes to Ryan Clear, now down under to Sarah Lamette, off glass and in. Down the other way, a foul will be called on the ground on Lamette. So off the ball, Lamette commits a foul while the post-up was happening.
Scott, nearly the entire first quarter, just 52 seconds left. St. Martin's had a 22-9 lead. You see the score now, 46-44. It's a 33-24 run since then by the Nighthawks.
Passed around, Clark with it. Now to Eubanks. Eubanks being guarded by Keely Jade Smith. He'll put it on the ground. Help defense is coming from Lamette. And the dish, nice pass. Couldn't get the layup to go in. Eubanks will now try from three-point land. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by the 5'6", Emma Clark. And the Nighthawks will reset with now 10 on the shot clock. Angel Galbraith. Oh. I thought she took that one away clean.
Wow. Coach Christy Martin for the Saints just has her hand out, like saying, what?
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see some free throws now as the Nighthawks are in the bonus with 5:39 left to go in the third quarter. We're going to be shooting a lot of free throws this quarter, very possibly. A couple finals already as the first free throw is missed. A couple finals already in women's basketball. Seattle Pacific defeated Alaska Fairbanks 69-47. The Falcons will be competing in the conference tournament in Bellingham next week as the second free throw is made to make it a one-point game. Also, Western Oregon upset Central Washington down in Monmouth. I told you, senior day magic. I'm sure it was their senior day, their final home game on a Saturday. And as Lamette can't get that one to go, it will be Nazarene ball bringing it back up. But a 9-point win for Western Oregon, clearly the shock of the night. Central Washington's coming off an 100-point outing over St. Martin's University on Thursday.
That's why they play the game. Scott, you never know.
Missed shot from the right block. Now it's Galbraith with it, weaving around defenders and laying it up and in. Galbraith with 6 as she brings the student section to their feet. 48-45.
7 assists. Like that. Yeah, 7 assists for Angel so far tonight.
6 points, 7 assists. Still keep an eye on a possible double-double. Lamette gets switched to the shorter guard, then the kick out to Pinson, who makes it rain from three-point land. That's a three-pointer. We are all tied at 48. Galbraith with it, guarded by Eubanks, and she's just going to run right by her. Eubanks is gassed, you can tell. Madeline Brown, great rotation to Sarah Lamette. Give Galbraith the hockey assist on the cross-court pass, and then the nice pass into the low block by Madeline Brown, the freshman. Give her the actual assist. 50-48, Saints in front. Again, Galbraith being called for the foul.
It's going to be number 3 on Galbraith.
Don't believe she has stepped off the floor tonight. She has not. We'll see if she comes out from this timeout with 3 fouls. 4:04 to go here in quarter number 3. We'll be right back on the Saints Digital Network. We're back here. Sorry, we're making some adjustments with our camera right now, so that's why we're going offline, because we don't want to give you, whiplash and have you throwing up watching the stream while we take the camera off the tripod. We should have a picture back in just a moment, but I'll just take you through this next couple seconds with the sweet sounds of my voice. First free throw is made by Jordan Pinson, and we're back online, and you don't have to totally rely on me anymore.
So do the sweet sounds go away?
Yeah, no, I'm going to start croaking like a frog here pretty soon. Second free throw missed. Rebound goes to Madeline Brown, and Angel Galbraith will bring it up.
Sarah Lamette was open in the lane.
Galbraith looked at her but didn't want to force it. And a double dribble is called there. Turnover will give Northwest Nazarene a chance to take a lead here, down just 1 point. Shot clock situation here, I believe it was set to 20 rather than 30, which it should have been, as NNU was getting the ball out of the backcourt. Yeah, so 28 seconds to go as Pinson will bring it across the timeline. Eubanks with it. Now it's Castledine that touched it, and good to see her back in the game. Came off with an injury early in this half. Driving in was Wade, and then the interception. Galbraith is out there, 3 fouls. She's weaving around, passes it to Lauren Morris, who gets it to Sarah Lamette. And Sarah Lamette, I mean, that was like a koala hanging on a tree or something like that, with the much shorter guard Pinson on her and committing the foul with really no chance to block the 6'4" Lamette shot.
Lamette having herself a night, 8 points, 3 rebounds and assists. Free throw drops in.
The thing I love about Lamette is she does shoot free throws all right, with sometimes hit or miss for bigs. 73% from somebody that's 6'4", I will take it. 2 for 2, Saints up 3. Only other game that is happening tonight on the women's side is MSU Billings versus Alaska Anchorage. And they are just about ready to get underway over a couple states over in Billings, Montana. Kanishka drives to the bucket, guarded by Morris, will kick out for 3. Castledine too strong, and it will go long. Rebound, Galbraith. Sets up the offense, gets it to Morris. Morris will give it back to Galbraith. Morris working moves, nearly traveled, and out to Galbraith for 3 off the front iron. Offensive board nearly for Galbraith. Then nearly ripped it away for number 30, Ellie Friend, but she gets it to Kanishka, who can't run the fast break. And a huge ovation from the crowd, who applauds the hustle. It's a great job to slow up the 2-on-1 and then allow your friends to come and help. Lauren Morris jockeying for position down low, guarded by Kanishka. Rotation around, now it's Galbraith who will drive and find Madeline Brown, who can't make the layup. She does hit the rim, get a reset of the shot clock. Kiana Rios for 3, and it rattles around and home.
Rios, great rotation, 6-point lead for the Saints.
Sarah Lamette can't get to that one, as it's Emma Clark that quickly lays it up. Nearly turned over by SMU on the inbounds. Trying to force it a little bit too much after that bucket. The crowd here is chomping at the bit and ready for an exciting 4th quarter here of game number 1 of the men's and women's doubleheader. Kiana Rios down to Lamette. Lamette, count it, and 1.
The Nighthawks do not have an answer for Sarah Lamette. Her height is a big advantage, and the freshman having herself a night.
Claire Eubanks on one side with 25. Sarah Lamette 5 for 10 from the field. And the and 1 opportunity, trying to convert here as St. Martin's nearly let the lead slip away from them. But I'm pretty sure they never have trailed. They haven't trailed this entire game. As this one's off back iron, and it'll just earn SMU another possession. Give it back to Lamette. Chinoa Louie was wide open on that right block, but Lamette didn't have eyes in the back of her head. Back to Madeline Brown. They're looking at Lamette every time, who is working on that low block to get open.
7 to shoot.
Galbraith has her pocket picked and then commits the foul. That's the 4th foul on Angel Galbraith. Keely Jade Smith will likely sub in for the transfer out of Purdue University Northwest. Christy Martin probably not happy with the turnover, but really frustrated with the fact that Angel Galbraith is going to have to sit for some time now to make sure that she doesn't foul out of this contest. She's too important to lose at any time. Tierney Dietonitis, the point guard that preceded Angel Galbraith on the St. Martin's squad that has now joined the coaching staff. I'm sure there's been a lot of those moments where Tierney has one-on-one coached up Angel.
Fireballer that Tierney was.
Yeah, she played with an attitude. Ooh, 5 second on the inbounds. Saints, speaking of fire, they have played with fire on those inbound passes and got it nearly close to getting the 5 seconds violations. You see the first inbound with Angel Galbraith not on the floor. They can't get it in. Castledine flips it up and through. Now just down 2. They quickly get in the inbounds to Lauren Morris, and she's going to bring it up herself quickly. Looking down to Lamette. Lamette can't get it to flip in, bounced around, and it goes to Eubanks, who will slow it up before she gets to half court and get it to Kanishka. 35 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Kanishka guarded by Shanoa Louie. They're going to give her a free lane to the basket, then hit Eubanks, who hits the bunny. We're tied again at 57 apiece.
27-point quarter for NNU. They had only 30 at half.
Keely Jade Smith will pull up the dribble, get it to Lamette. Wide open is Louie under the basket, flips it up, gets it to go with 10 on the game clock. Kanishka bringing it down. They'll have a chance for one more shot. Out to Castledine. She drives. Turned over, and no shot will be able to be gotten off by St. Martin's University, but a seesaw third quarter. Started off with an NNU run. St. Martin's responded with a run of their own, and in the last minute and a half, it was the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks that came flying back to make it a 59-57 game as we head to the fourth quarter. Strap up your seatbelts because we'll be right back at it in just a few moments. Back here, 59-57, 10 minutes left in regulation for this contest. It is anybody's ball game. Scott Gladstone and Sean Wally with you here to bring you quarter number 4. And Sean, especially with Angel Galbraith off the floor for at least a good chunk of this fourth quarter, what's the game plan for Christy Martin Saints? That'll help with a Shanoa Louie bucket.
They're going to use their size with Louie, Lamette, and they got to get Morris back in the ball game. She had a huge first quarter, been quiet points-wise, but active rebounding and assists as well.
Kanishka evading defenders.
Oh, what a
Throwing
pass.
it to Clark. Clark floats it off the glass. Emma Clark to make it a 2-point game once again. Saints need to get the ball in quickly. They do get it to Lauren Morris. Lauren Morris has been playing more point guard as that one's picked, but right to Sarah Lamette, and Lauren Morris is seemingly going to play the point guard position. She can play the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, maybe even sometimes the 5. Right now, she is the point guard with Angel Galbraith off the floor. Madeline Brown to Lamette. Lamette from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Pinson. Gets it to Eubanks. Eubanks under the bucket. Flipped just off the front of the rim, but a foul will be called. on Sarah Lement. 2 shots for Eubanks.
As close as this ball game is, Scott, both teams shooting right at 43%. This game may come down to free throws. So far, the advantage goes to St. Martin's, shooting 88.9% to NNU's 73.7%.
First free throw in from Eubanks. It's a 1-point game. The Nighthawks have shot 10 more free throws than SMU, however. And earning your points in the charity stripe, if they missed the second half of that one, that's one thing, but also keeping good players in foul trouble is another. And of course, Galbraith with 4, Morris, Lement, and Clear all with 3 for St. Martin's. Lement battling for position down on the low block. They're continuing to look for, and Danica Starr is working as hard as she can. Double team comes on the front, and maybe just affecting it enough was Jordan Pinson coming there. Kick out, Castledine for 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Eubanks, and she'll go to the line.
And NU a chance to retake the lead.
Eubanks 78% from the charity stripe. She went 1 for 2. It would be their first lead of the game if she knocks down both free throws. It's been tied 4 times.
And missing the first free throw.
So NNU will not take the lead without an offensive rebound here. And we're tied for the 5th time tonight. St. Martin's 29 minutes of this contest, they have held the lead. Lauren Morris up ahead to Kiana Rios. Cross court to Madeline Brown. Brown off glass and in. Big bucket from the freshman out of Auburn, Washington. Pinson weaving down. She finds Eubanks on the low block, being single guarded, but the kick out. Hesitation of the feet, then spinning, putting off the side of the backboard. Rebound, Lement.
Everything great on that play except the final execution at the basket.
Now Morris being guarded closely by number 23, Shaughnessy Davis. Tacoma, Washington native. Just to travel before a little kind of underhand push put in by Lement. She's going to check out now. A good shift for Sarah Lement. 12 points, 5 rebounds right now for the Oregon big. Down to Eubanks being guarded by Oster, and they're just leaving her out to dry there, but Eubanks smokes the layup. I think Eubanks is really tired, just watching her run down the floor. She is not picking up her legs the same way you would if you were spry. This is Rios from way downtown.
Was an NBA, WNBA 3 right there.
Yeah, that's almost from the 4-point line. A 3-pointer the other way. Shaughnessy Davis can't convert it, but the offensive rebound goes to NNU, and Pinson will slow it down up top. A collision down under. Starr and Brown hit the deck. They'll call it on Madeline Brown. 4 fouls on St. Martin's and 0 on NNU in this 4th quarter.
I mentioned a couple minutes ago, this could come down to free throws, and a good sign for NNU not having any fouls called yet. St. Martin's 3/5 of the way to a bonus for NNU.
So many injuries have plagued the roster of Christy Martin this season. Now foul trouble paying some trouble as well, and Eubanks, well, she's causing enough trouble just herself as she continues to score. A foul will be called there on Shaughnessy Davis.
Coach Steve Steele wanted an offensive foul called using the forearm motion. There was obvious contact. Officials called it. Advantage St. Martin's.
That is 4 fouls on Shaughnessy Davis. She stays in the game.
She's playing like she has none. Look at that tight defense.
Just to put a hand on the hip of Lauren Morris. Morris gets it off to Oster. Oster looking for options to drive the kick. Keely Jade Smith, not enough. Offensive board. A foul on the ground as Kiana Rios got tied up. That's 3 fouls on Jordan Pinson. We're going to really have to start to watch foul trouble. Kiana Rios to clear, a big 3 on the way. Missed it with one hand. Danica Starr pulls it down. 3-point game, 66-63. Cross court to Shaughnessy Davis. She's able to nab it, guarded by Lauren Morris. Looking for options, she goes just low enough for Pinson to grab it. Now Starr, a couple pump fakes, and she drives on Oster. The wraparound pass is intercepted by Keely Jade Smith. Lauren Morris again plays the point to bring it up. Davis guarding Morris. Morris drive, puts it up. She thought it was good as soon as she released it because she started to run down the other way instead of following her shot. Pinson will go all the way, the jump stop and fire, and she can't get it to go. Maybe too open was Jordan Pinson. She'll hear it from the Saints faithful. Just over 5 minutes to go, 66-63. And that will be the 5th foul on Shaughnessy Davis. Shaughnessy Davis fouls out with a stat line 0 for 3, 1 turnover, 5 fouls in 7 minutes on the court.
The Tacoma native probably has friends and family here in attendance and also watching here on the Saints Digital Network.
Played her JUCO ball at Centralia Community College, which also isn't too far. Keely Jade Smith, the turnaround. That would have been a tough shot to knock down. Can't get it to go. The rebound goes to Clark. She pushes to Pinson. Pinson guarded by Angel Galbraith, who is back on the floor, and the whistles continue here at Marcus Pavilion.
A lot of players getting in foul trouble. We've already had 1 foul out and a couple with 3 and 4 fouls.
That'll be the 4th foul on Lauren Morris. Galbraith mentioned on the court. She is on 4. Something to watch, but I'm sure there will be plenty to watch in the final 5 minutes of play. We'll be right back. Saints up 3 with under 5 to go.
Team Store. That's smusaint.com/team store. Make sure to order your order for February 27th. And go Saints.
That was the 4th foul on St. Martin, so it'll be an inbounds pass. Madeline Brown nearly takes it away. It will be just off of her, and an inbound will come from the other side of the basket. Scott Gladstone and Sean Wally with you. Here to bring you the final 4:51 of regulation. Out to Kaniska to tie the game. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound goes to Northwest Nazarene. It's Emma Clark all over the offensive boards. Under the basket, looped it up, and it goes to the Saints on the rebound. Eubanks hits the floor. Eubanks, a stat line to be proud of, 31 and 9. For the big out of Pasco, Washington. Maybe has some friends and family in attendance cheering her on. Down to Avery Oster. Oster looking for options, flipped that one up as she took a hit. Madeline Brown fighting for a jump ball, will get it, but it will stay with Northwest Nazarene. The possession arrow flips to the Saints, however. It's going to be big in the final 4 minutes of action.
An impressive third quarter for NNU. They scored 27 points. Scott, they shot 71%.
71% to get them back in this contest, 66-63. They had a 9-point deficit at halftime. This three is on the way and good from Jordan Pinson. We are tied again. This is the 6th time today that this contest has been all square. Angel Galbraith will bring it up the floor. She's on 4 fouls for her 6 points and 7 assists. Lauren Morris can't get it to go. Kiana Rios nearly committed an ill-advised foul there as Pinson brings it up the floor, gets it to Kanishka. Eubanks guarded by Morris. Back to Kanishka. Kanishka drives and hits the layup over Sarah Lamette. The first lead of the game for Northwest Nazarene comes with 3:20 to go in this contest.
Darn good time to have a lead. Final 3 minutes and change.
Kiana Rios gets a screen, sets her feet. That ball was tipped. And apparently she was fouled as well. 3 shots upcoming for Kiana Rios. 3 big ones.
That is 4 on Pinson. Pinson, an impressive night without scoring a lot. Just 2 field goals for Pinson. She's done a lot defensively and dishing assists, rebounding.
Yeah, she's been a strong rebounder. First shot from Kiana Rios is good.
Rios, 15 points on the night. 4 of 5 from downtown.
Makes another free throw. We've talked, both you and I and myself and Christian Martin have talked about the clutch factor of Kiana Rios. She now has a chance to give St. Martin's back the lead. And she does. 3 for 3 with 3 crucial shots. 69-68, 3 minutes to go. Pinson cross court to Kanishka. She puts it off her foot and out of bounds. A huge gaff from Kanishka there out of Kashmir, Washington.
You mentioned Kashmir. Kashmir High School. Ironically, I called a championship game for Kashmir High School. Kanishka was a part of that. Haley Van Lith, one of the best players ever in the state of Washington, at the Sun Dome a few years back.
Angel Galbraith gets it to Madeline Brown. Kanishka, clearly used to playing on the big stage. Do you remember their mascot, Kashmir High School? Off the top of your head?
Wow, you're putting me on the spot.
Sorry. Angel Galbraith with it. Galbraith looking for options. The ball is lost on the ground, and I believe Lamette will be called for the foul. Yes, it will be Lamette, not Angel Galbraith, but that's the 4th foul on Sarah Lamette. So that makes a trio of Saints, Lamette, Galbraith, and Morris with 4. 2 shots coming for Kanishka. Do you have the mascot?
A little help from our, search engine friends. Bulldogs, of course. Kashmir Bulldogs.
Kanishka, the former Bulldog, misses the first. They'll have a chance to tie this game with shot number 2. We are in the bonus the rest of the way for both sides. She will tie this game 69 apiece, 2.5 to go. That one is out off of Northwest Nazarene. This press has caused troubles for St. Martin's all night. There was a moment there when St. Martin sprinted out in front when it looked like they had a beat, but Steve Steele stuck with it, and now has forced a handful of turnovers. Kiana Rios to the bucket, missed the shot, rebound, Lamette, and she gets fouled on the putback attempt.
All things considered tonight, in the free throw world, our money tonight is on St. Martin's. They're shooting 91.7%, only missed 1 free throw, 11 of 12 on the night. Meanwhile, Steve Steele's Nighthawks, 17 of 25, 68%.
There's a lot of games where you can go back and look at free throw numbers and see that they have a huge effect on the game. St. Martin's goes ahead with that clutch shot from Sarah Lamette, another freshman clutch at the charity stripe. Second shot, also good, 71-69, 2:23 to go here in quarter number 4. Angel Galbraith guarding Jordan Pinson, both on 4 fouls. Eubanks with it, a phenomenal night for her in her final appearance as a Nighthawk. Back to Pinson, also playing her last game as a Nighthawk. Double team comes to Eubanks, the kick out for 3. Nearly banks in, rebound Galbraith as Morris took a hit and is slow to come down the floor. But she is making her way down, an absolute iron woman from Lauren Morris. Galbraith weaving and putting it in off the glass. Marcus Pavilion goes nuts. And Angel Galbraith is up to 8 points on her night. 4 fouls, but that did not deter her from attacking the basket. 1:41 to go. We'll be right back on the Saints Digital Network. Back here, there's 1 minute and 41 seconds left. 73 to 60 or 73 to 69 is our score. Pinson will inbound to Claire Eubanks. Those two, part of a 6-woman senior class for Northwest Nazarene. They'll set up the offense. Starr gets it. A screen from Eubanks, looking for the roll, but good coverage on it from both Lamette and Madeline Brown. Now Pinson drives, tries to put it under to Eubanks, who could have been rolling, but a miscommunication between the two seniors, and the ball's thrown out of bounds.
Saints up 4 in almost a comfortable spot. And they get the ball back. Just a minute 22 left.
1:22 left. You mentioned free throw is going to be a big thing here. Keanu Rios needs to get it in, and just does, to Angel Galbraith, who will bring it down the floor. Now it's time to bleed some clock, with the enemy of the Nighthawks being just that. 20 on the shot clock, 1:11 on the game clock. Galbraith attacking the bucket. Her ankle nearly rolled over there. Luckily, she looks to be okay. Back to Galbraith, looking down low to Lamette, who's battling for position. 6 on the shot clock. Angel Galbraith tried to flip it up, couldn't get a foul, couldn't get a bucket. 50 seconds to go now. Kanishka will head up the offense in a big possession, needs a bucket, does Northwest Nazarene. Timeout by head coach Steve Steele. 42.3 to go. We'll give you a little bit of a reset. Both teams are in the bonus right now. Fouled out for Northwest Nazarene is Davis. Galbraith, Morris, and Lamette have 4 for St. Martin's University. Pinson has 4 for Northwest Nazarene. Eubanks on 31 points right now, Sean. Nobody else in double figures for NNU, but the Saints have limited her damage in this fourth quarter, I think.
Highest point total of the season that I've seen in person on the women's side for sure. 12 of 18 shooting, 6 of 8 from the line, 11 rebounds. Eubanks doing all she can for the Nighthawks. But you said it, Scott, limiting the damage the Saints are here late in the ball game. They have a 4-point lead, does the home team, and one of these teams will walk away with a smile and seal the deal for this 2022-23 season.
Yeah, and there's also something about the chance to allow Emily Nelson and Janelle Sutter, like the chance to finish their collegiate careers with a win, or on the other side for the 6 Northwest Nazarene players, to finish with that good taste in your mouth. Tell you what, you share a lot more smiles in the locker room than tears after it's all done when you come out on the winning side. I'm sure we'll see all that Northwest Nazarene can do. And Eubanks, of course, right to the bucket. A timeout will be called by Christy Martin and the Saints.
Saints and Sarah Lamette got lucky there that she wasn't called for her fifth foul. There was some contact on that drive, a strong drive. Nice layup left side of the lane, pulling the Nighthawks within 2.
34 seconds left in this contest, 73-71. The free throws are 13 of 14 for SMU right now. That's the reason that they're in this contest. 17 for 25 free throws total taken by NNU. But as of right now, it's not enough. There is a 4-second differential between game and shot clock. St. Martin's will surely do everything they can to get this ball in and then bleed it down. If you're Steve Steele, you're probably going for a steal, no pun intended, and then fouling, correct? Or do you let it go down to 4? Angel Galbraith with it. They will let her play it out, which means Steve Steele will be more than comfortable to allow a shot with less than 5 seconds and then just advance it up the floor and give his team one last shot, no matter what happens on the shot. But a bucket here on this possession could be fatal, and they are going to let a foul happen, and that's the one thing that you really can't do, is allow 15 seconds to bleed off the clock and then allow St. Martin's a chance to take 2-possession lead.
Well, it's better, in Steve Steele's mind, it's better than waiting for the shot clock to run down, as we have important free throws by Galbraith, and that one falls 1 point away, Scott.
Yeah.
A milestone.
Apart from the game scenario of a 3-point lead right now, and this making a 2-possession game, this is also a chance for 1,000, and it is. That is 1,000 career points for Angel Galbraith. 75-71 is our score. And I believe they're going to announce it over the intercom right now, so we're going to have a brief moment to celebrate a really awkward time to announce it. Angel Galbraith being gifted a ball right now on the sideline by her teammates and holding it up. I don't think she realized that one was number 1,000. She was probably very more conscious of the fact that 2 free throws made there makes it a 2-possession game with 13 seconds left. And now a sticky situation for Steve Steele and the Nighthawks, needing 4 in 13 seconds. It's a lot of ground to make up. Saints will come back out.
Impressive scoring numbers for Angel Galbraith in only 3 seasons. Just a junior. And yes, work to be done for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, and of course there were plenty of cancellations as a Pinson would fly up a 3. The rebound is offensive from Clark. Another 3 needing to come. No, they'll throw it down to Eubanks, who makes the bucket. Now the Saints just need to throw it down the court. That would have been game right there if there wouldn't have been a whistle that blew. But Christy Martin called the timeout, which, I mean, is smart, because at the very least in the women's game, it takes it down to the other side of the court. So even if there's a steal, Steve Steele's Nighthawks are going to need to go heave something up. There's really no way where if an interception was thrown down there, that could be a near fatal, a much closer shot for NNU. So I think that's the reason why Christy Martin did that, rather than leave it to chance under your own basket. What does Steve Steele say right now? I mean, it has to be a steal, pretty much. Maybe a quick foul and then a timeout. I mean, a missed one of those 2 free throws and a timeout. Maybe you have less than a second to shoot, but are you focusing more steal, or are you focusing more just don't even try and sell out for the steal, just foul immediately?
There's not really enough time to do much of anything, so you have to go all out for the steal and the half-court heave, 3-quarter court heave at this point. A 3-pointer wins the game. You're not going to have time to move the ball up court. Interesting formation by the Saints out of the timeout.
Yeah, St. Martin's coming out. Looks like 4 wide, you know. Angel Galbraith will inbound. They're spreading the floor as much as possible, trying to distract, see what they can do. They'll throw it into Lamette, who will run out the clock. St. Martin's finishes their 2022-2023 season with a win over Northwest Nazarene.
And that's the way you want to go out. You want to go out on top. You want to go out with happy feelings, butterflies. Sure, you're sad the season's over and you're not playing anymore, but you did the right thing to win enough right to win the final game.
Yeah, a lot of emotion on the face. I'm looking down at Angel Galbraith. Everybody came down and I think hugged her. She finishes this season with exactly 1,000 career points. Took her nearly all 40 minutes to get there, but Angel Galbraith, I mean, we could talk about her skills all day. Defensively, the steals numbers that she gets. Offensively, the assist and the vision that she has. And then you turn around, of course, putting 1,000.
Emily Nelson wiping away tears.
Yeah, that's cool as well. Aaron Landon, you can check out his Twitter page, the men's basketball coach at St. Martin's. But he said yesterday when he walked into the gym, and I think he's going to congratulate Emily as she gets out of this huddle here. But Aaron Landon, he said when he walked into the gym yesterday, and he has a picture of it up on his Twitter, he saw Emily Nelson shooting free throws with her dad, which is just a cool moment, and he's happy to see a career of somebody who Christy Martin has emphasized as the heart and soul of this team come to an end. She got to start the game, and now she's hugging all of her teammates as they are congratulating her. It was funny because Darren Nelson, Emily's dad, responded to that and said it all started on a driveway in Meade, Washington. So it comes to an end with a win, despite Emily Nelson just playing the opening couple of seconds here, but her teammates got it done for her. Sean, how did they do it? How did they get it done for her in this wild back and forth affair?
Balanced scoring. They finished with 4 players in double figures. Leading the way, Kiana Rios 17, Sarah Lamette 14, both Galbraith and Morris with 10. But look at the free throws, 93.8%, 15 of 16. You win by 2, you add it all up, those numbers equate to 2.1.
Well, the men's game will be coming right up. We might have an interview for you. We'll see with all the senior day festivities. Maybe not, but for now, plan on maybe talking to Christy Martin after this contest. We'll be right back. It's 75-73. Men's game will be coming up, so feel free to stick around for that one or the post-game interview. Sky Gladstone here with head coach Christy Martin after the 75-73 victory. Coach, first thing you just talked about your seniors tonight. It was an emotional night. Emily got the chance to start, and I saw a tweet from Aaron Landon who said he came in, she was shooting free throws in the gym with her dad yesterday at the start of the day. Can you just talk about her and Janelle and what they mean for this team?
Janelle was an incredible player for us the first couple years. Torn her ACL. And that was kind of the beginning of our women's fitness, right? And we just had constant injuries. We saw, we had 8 players that were hurt on the bench.
More players in street clothes.
Yeah, it went down, and we were like, oh, geez, now what are we going to do? But Janelle did so much for our program, but she's an incredible worker. She would do Indigenous Peoples Day, and she was passionate about it. We had this place absolutely rocking with her. About 100 people from local tribes, all orange shirts. She did all of that. I'm really proud of her development. And Emily, that's had her for 4 years, and I recruited her a long time. Her parents have been unbelievable. And that's why she is who she is. And the amount of growth that she's had is unreal. And it's just that kid that does everything we want her to do and more. She works so hard, she's so kind, she's everything that we needed our Saints culture to be. She's amazing. I could go on and on. She's an incredible person. And in that tenure, we've had the first freshman year. Then the next year we had another freshman year of the year. And then we had the first school All-American. And then we had the top 25 ranking last year before the wheels fell off. And we're in a position now to be a top 10 team. And I've been saying it, but you look at these freshmen and then you look at the fill-ins that we've got, and they're incredible. You look at Angel, and she's just, I have so much fun with her.
Yeah.
And Lauren, if I had a daughter, it would be Lauren. That's my kid, and I'm just like, I can't even tell you how much I love that kid. I have so much love for this team, and I just was so lucky to coach them this year. I can't even tell you, they are unbelievable. And, I'm gonna miss them.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Final score of today's contest, 75-73. St. Martin's finishes off their season with a win. We will be back with the men's basketball game just after this one. Please feel free to click that link. St. Martin's, if they win, they are the outright #1 atop the GNAC conference. It's going to be an exciting one. John Wally and I will see you there for that one. Again, tune in to game number 2. The final score of this one, 75-73. St. Martin's takes down Northwest Nazarene.